Manny, that noise we can just hear from the background.
There it
The
is.
final is underway. It is all happening.
And look at this.
And
We
here are
have
the
waves out the back right as the horns sounded to get this underway. Right there, yellow. Alex Uranga will be using the yellow jersey. Of course, Jake Stone in the red jersey. I can't decide who's going to take it, but both of these guys, it could be either one of these guys.
Oh, for sure. They're both,
Easy.
both capable of doing it, and it'll come down to what waves they get the opportunity on. But, we've got 30 minutes, so they get their full opportunity to showcase their skills. But what a story. You said you've got the 21-year-old Australian first ever Grand Slam final. So I spoke to Jake out in the competitors area just before he went out in the water. I won't repeat his language, but the words stoked were thrown in there as well. But Alex Uranga up and riding.
All right, Alex Uranga has been on fire throughout the entire event. Here he is on a white frothy wave, a little bouncy, a little texture starting to hit the water, and the wind is starting to pick up, and not much there for Alex. It is a 30-minute heat, so plenty of time to get one wave under your belt, stay warm. He just finished a semifinal, so he is still keeping warm with, just making sure his muscles are still moving around. So in the water, again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is the IBA Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro brought to you by Continental. Out in the water is the showdown, the final. Alex Uranga from the Basque Country going against the Australian killer, Jake Stone.
Yeah, look, Alex Uranga just got a 1.0 for that last wave, Manny. And as you said, the wind's looking like it's just starting to pick up. Hopefully we can squeeze this final in. We've got 30 minutes. And there's still some very contestable conditions out there. So let's see what happens. But look, the smiling assassin, Alex Uranga, he has been a giant killer all the way from the trials. He won the trials. So let's step back through it. I know we've spoken about it, but it's an amazing story. He showed up to sign in for the event with a sling on his arm. And I thought, what's this guy doing?
Yep.
And he explained that he was actually playing around with some friends at the supermarket, believe it or not, wrestling, and he dislocated his collarbone. And so he was in a sling, and we were all doubtful whether he'd even go out in the event. Not only did he go out, he went through and blazed his way through the trials to win the trials. In doing that, he booked himself a top 24 ranking for 2012 World Tour. So he's now booked himself a seeding for the 2012 World Tour, but that wasn't enough. Went into the leaderboard round. As he entered the leaderboard round, first heat, he took out some of the big names. He took out Amaury Laverne actually in the first leaderboard heat. In doing that, he had an unfortunate incident where he headbutted the reef as he was pulling off a wave, and the lacerations to his face, you had to see them to believe them. It looked so sore. And again, we doubted again, will he be able to surf anymore? Put him with the medics, they patched him up, and he went out again. Not only did he go out again, he ended up finishing the top 3 in the leaderboard. So he was through to the quarterfinals, and then he's got to the quarterfinals, and he's just dominated. He's worked his way all the way through. He took out 6-time world champion Kalame Tamega. Then he took out Michael Navy, the Australian. But here he's riding again, becoming his trademark air. He doesn't mind showing the green slick of his board, Manny. And, yeah.
He's already been in the water for the half-hour quarterfinal and the half-hour semifinal. So here he is, going 110% for another half-hour. Alex Uranga, he's an animal.
Oh, he is an animal, but he's a super talented animal. He's got all the tricks. But the thing that's impressed me the most is just how dedicated and focused he is. You can see it in his eyes between every heat. He's just... People are calling him, a couple of Aussies in there are calling him the Terminator because he's just got this deathly stare.
Yes.
He sits there and he's just so switched on and focused. And you saw a little bit of that emotion release during that semi-final as he realised he's just booked himself a final in the Grand Slam. He threw his arms into the air and just hopefully he can contain that emotion now for the next 25 minutes to try to see if he can pull off the unthinkable and actually win this event.
It's totally doable. Alex Uranga, if he does not lose his pace, he can totally take out the wonder kid, Jake Stone from Australia. But Jake Stone, he's been on fire. Very consistent, very clean lines, and very, high caliber maneuvers thrown down by Jake Stone.
Oh, for sure. From round 1, he was busting the biggest airs of the competition and deservedly made his way through to his first ever Grand Slam final. So he said he was beep and stoked, he said, when I saw him in these. Yep. And he did explain, he said, it's the best feeling ever. That's how much it means to these guys. And he's got a big crowd here behind him. The Aussie contingent are here. Got the big crew on Facebook and on the webcast watching with all sorts of messages firing on the Facebook page. but it's very much Australia v Europe, and you can feel the passion from the supporters and the riders. But the supporters are getting behind their riders. But the score dropped for Alex Uranga. Manny, what have we got?
All right, so far there's 2 waves being ridden that have been ridden in this final, and both from Alex Uranga. First, he had a 1-point wave, just in and out quick, nothing there for him. His second wave clocked in at a 4.6, so tons of time, 24 minutes remaining in this final. Jake Stone, he really doesn't need that big of a score just to get in that first place spot. This is the early part of the final, so right now they are just playing the waiting game, waiting for that good wave to come in. Jake Stone, he's on fire this entire event.
He is. Look, and Jake Stone he had a couple of strong results last year and finished in the top 16 of the world, and a lot of potential. This kid, you've seen him looking at attempting some new innovative manoeuvres. He tries the double roll, he tries all sorts of things, and that's the sort of progression that we want to encourage on the tour. And but look, it was funny. He started the tour doing those things. I think he's a little bit distracted about trying to, a little bit too distracted. And I think after the first 2 to 3 not so solid results, he went back to what he's good at, and that's just good, solid combination surfing. We saw in that semi-final there was one ride there that I think is probably one of the better ridden waves of the event, where he paddled in and he spun into the pocket, he flipped out of there, then he rolled through. Like, just amazing competition, or just amazing surfing, not even competition surfing. That's why he's so respected globally. He's a great competition surfer, but a great free surfer. And Alex Uranga has his work cut out, but at the moment he's leading. Jake Stone's got a chase. So
once again, welcome everybody. This is the IBA Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro, brought to you by Continental. Out in the water is the 30-minute final. 23 minutes remaining. Alex Uranga in yellow from Spain, the Basque Country, versus the Australian wonder kid, Jake Stone, in the red jersey. Here we go, rocking and rolling, Jake Stone.
Up and right, needs a 5.6 to jump into the lead. Unfortunately, it's not there for Jake, so you can see his frustration. Still 23 minutes to go, so plenty of time. The thing you can see out there, Manny, the wind's starting to pick up, so we've been blessed with these waves today. It's been an amazing final day of competition, and it's 8s and 9s dropping all over the place, and just the level of surfing has blown everyone away. As we hit the final, the wind thought it would join us as well, but Jake Stone's going to have a look at a little inside one here, Manny.
All right, Jake Stone, on his way back out, turns around, goes for this 2-3 foot wave, and you know what? Not much there for him. I think these guys have been, woke up to glassy, perfect conditions here at Les Arches, the reef break here on the south side of Reunion Island. And for the final, the wind kicked up. We're looking at about 10, 15 mile per hour winds coming in from the east. So a little side shore wind hitting the water, little texture, a little bumpier now. But again, these guys can make any wave look good. So Jake Stone in red in second place. This guy right here, Alex Uranga, leading the charge right now with 21 minutes remaining.
There you go. It said Alex Uranga from the Basque Country. Again, it's been the story of the event. You just saw there some great footage. There's a bit of a paddle battle going on. They were fighting for priority, and it looks like Alex Uranga was the first one out there, and he has priority. He's up and riding many. He's pulled into the pocket there, looking for it to bowl up. It's not quite there. So he'll go to what he's good at, and that's flying.
Oh.
Big backflip, and, well, there we go. The crowd go wild. He seems to, again, the crowd's really adopted Alex here, and here's Jake Stone, Manny.
Oh, my, Jake Stone coming off the bottom with a big air roll spin. An ARS is what everybody calls it. And Jake Stone fires back to Alex's backflips. Jake Stone's wave, a little bit more cleaner. The maneuver was cleaner. And Alex Uranga head-to-head right here, wave for wave, with Jake Stone and Alex Uranga.
Yeah, look, it says you've got all the tricks being pulled out. You got Alex Uranga. Here we go in the first one. So he's thinking it might have bowled up. It didn't happen, but he gets in the power pocket of the wave, works his way out, turns up, and look at that perfect flip, flips it round, and he'll whip it back round and right out of that. So that, we heard the crowd erupt. They were really happy with that. The judges really liked it. But then Jake Stone straight away got a wave straight after him. So look, it's going to be interesting to see how the judges compare these two. Jake Stone, big ARS in that one, in the key part of the section. The judges' scores are dropping. Many of them have just dropped. So we have, for his wave, Alex Uranga, a 7.65. And that puts him in first position. Jake Stone, his score was a 6.85. So 7.65 for Alex's wave, 6.85 for Jake's wave. So It's 20 minutes remaining. Alex Uranga is in the lead, but Jake Stone only has the one decent scoring wave on the board, whereas Alex Uranga has the 7.65 and the 4.6. But Manny, we've seen a lot of comments on Facebook and in the social media about the scoring. The judges, these guys are the best in the world. Got an international panel of judges, and look, they've been watching these conditions and, in my mind, doing an amazing job. And it's great to see the passion by the supporters there, but just as many Europeans as there are Australians. And I think the great thing is the judges haven't had a say in competition today. The riders have, and in my eyes, the best riders been progressing all day. And hats off to the judges for doing such an amazing job. It's such a thankless job, it's easy for us to knock them, and if your favourite rider doesn't get through, but these guys aren't biased. They're just an international panel of the most experienced judges in the world. But at the moment, Jake Stone up and riding, Manny.
Up and riding right now. Jake Stone, the Australian, bottom turns straight into a nice tight 360 on the bottom, and that's all she wrote for Jake Stone. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We're winding down to the last 20 minutes of the final, the last heat here at the IBA Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro, brought to you by Continental. Check it out. Some of the media guys, hold on, there might be a little bit of action out the back. It is on the outside, Alex Uranga paddling over that one. But yesterday, a couple of the guys on the Snakes and Ladder production crew got to go on the helicopter rides. And I was jealous. I wanted to be in that helicopter as they toured over Reunion Island, and let me just say, absolutely beautiful images came back from the production crew.
Look at that footage, man. These are the guys in the helicopter crew yesterday, and the Snakes and Ladders team do such an amazing job. But look at some of that footage. You said 2004 was the last time we had an eruption here at the volcano in the Reunion Island, and flying over the ridges, and just look at that. It's just breathtaking footage. It's just such a beautiful island, and big hats off and thank you to the tourism board here at Reunion Island, because they've organised this for us, and they chartered the helicopter. They knew the media team needed some footage to show how beautiful this island is, and look at that. But back to the action. 7.5 minutes remaining in this final. Alex Uranga from the Basque Country is in the lead with a 12.25 combined score. Jake Stone in second place in the red from Australia. He needs a 5.41 to jump into first position. So fascinating, Manny. It's still anyone's final, and as the crowd builds on the beach here, you can see them lining the shore. You've probably got more Australians here on the beach, but it seems the locals have adopted Alex Uranga as their own. And I think, if he can win this, it'll be a fairy tale.
It's been amazing. This entire event has been amazing. We've been here. This is the 4th day of competition, and the first 3 days of competition have been broadcasting on the local channel. I mean, I think it was like 20 hours on TV of simply bodyboarding, and now everybody took wind. Instead of watching on TV, they are here live on the beach at Les Arches here on the south side of Reunion Island. So again, welcome everybody down to the last 16 minutes here at the IBA Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro, brought to you by Continental. And we know Jeff Hubbard is watching very intently in the first class lounge with a beer in hand in the Japanese Narita airport. So hubby, watching, why?
Of course he's watching, because the world title race is wide open. He's the current leader. They're all chasing, and I guess he'll be pretty happy with this outcome. Alex Uranga and Jake Stone at this stage not in contention. So we saw Dave Winchester and Pierre, two of the contenders, bow out in the semi-finals.
Maybe that's why he's having that beer.
I think he just upgraded to first class. He'd be so happy. And aloha, Jeff, and great to see you watching. And I said it's just so exciting, this World Tour race. I said Dave Winchester, he picked up some very valuable points. I think what you'll see there with Winnie's points, that semi-final will see him in the top 5 of the World Tour. PLC semi-final finish, we'll see him in the top 5 as well. So top 5, not exactly sure of the standings, but for sure Jeff Hubbard will be first. Second through 5th will be littered by GT, Omri, Pierre and Winnie. Maybe Hardy in the mix as well. So they're the top 6 guys, and heading into the final 2 events of the tour, everyone will be watching, including Jeff Hubb. So
where can they get the information as soon as it hits our hands? Where could the viewers get the latest and greatest information on tour rankings, video clips, anything?
For sure, the IBA website's your key point of reference. So there's 2 points on the IBA website where you can find the rankings, and to the point where you can even have a look at, download the Excel document where you can have a look at all the finishes and how the rankings have been built up. So homepage, you'll see the top 10. You dig into the rankings tab, and then you'll see the detailed breakdown, event by event, of where the riders are finishing. But Alex Uranga up and riding. Here he goes again, Manny.
All right, Alex Uranga trying to build on a 4.6 wave, his lowest of the 2 highest scoring waves on his scorecard, and not much there for Alex. The conditions have absolutely deteriorated from what we've seen earlier in the day today, but you know what? They still are in competition, so they got to deal with it and work with it.
Oh, for sure, Manny. Look, I think we were just, a little bit spoilt with the conditions we had this morning. The wind is up, but as I said, look, we've already seen a 7.65 dropped by Alex Uranga. Jake Stone's got a 6.85 in the bag, so very contestable conditions. And look, still with 15 minutes or just over 14 minutes remaining, there's plenty of time, and I've got the feeling there's still a lot to unravel before this is over, and I think you'll see a couple of sets come through. Once they do, once the waves are big enough, you'll have enough size to overcome this wind and big score potential.
All right, so if for whatever reason bodyboarders are asleep, the broadcast is too late, what can they do to see any of the action when they wake up?
Yeah, the exciting news is the IBA YouTube channel. It's been a huge success. We do have a daily clip on there, so almost every day you can get your froth on by checking out some of the amazing clips. Once we get into event mode, we've got the detailed event highlights packages that find their way there. But we also have now a new initiative is that you can watch heat by heat replays. So there's some amazing heats go down today, Manny. I know personally I'll be jumping back on to watch that Dave Winchester, Johan Florentine quarterfinal, I think it was. That was just blew my mind. And so yeah, you log on to youtube.com/IBA World Tour. You can watch heat by heat. You can find you can watch a full replay, in about 12 hours' time, we'll have the event highlights up there as well. So that's the place to go. Subscribe, then you get all the action. But look, still history's about to be written right here, live in the moment. 12.5 minutes to go. Alex Uranga v. Jake Stone.
Wow, this is a little downshift in the action right now. Mother Nature has decided to give us a little break. She threw in some wind. The swell is still here. That's most important, because guys can still hit the lip, still do big maneuvers, and we have 12 minutes to go. Jake Stone, he can pull it off still.
Oh, for sure. There's a little right came in there teasing the riders. I think Alex Uranga had a look at that one, then he remembered that he had a fractured collarbone, so he decided not to. But remember, like Jake Stone said, he's been on fire right from the outset of this competition. And what we had in round one, he got that wave. But hold the phone. We've got him paddling into a wave now, Manny.
All right, Jake Stone taking off behind the section, comes around the section. Will there be anything for him when he does make it? There he is. He's back on the face of the wave, trying to get as much speed as possible, and playing a very conservative maneuver there is a roll off that section. And out the back, it is Alex Uranga, extended roll, stalls a little bit, tries to find his rail, and throws a quick spin as he exits the wave. So, woo.
Yeah, interesting action went down there, Manny. Once again, they went back-to-back the waves, so really giving the judges every opportunity to contrast the two waves. At the moment, Jake Stone, he needed a 5.41. He was bettering a score of 2.55 he needed to beat, so he'll definitely do that. And he needs a 5.41 to jump into first. Alex Uranga, he's trying to better a 4.6. I don't think either of those waves, Manny, were going to trouble the scorers too much, and I'm not sure if that's going to change the situation we have at the moment, but we'll wait for them to drop. At the moment, Alex Uranga from the Basque Country is in first place. Jake Stone from Australia, he's in second place. We'll wait for the scores to drop, but still 10 minutes to go. Those scores you're seeing there, Manny, on the screen, they do not reflect the latest wave scores.
All right, so plenty of time for Jake Stone to put it on the gas and come back with some big moves, which he's been doing throughout the entire event. So I see something you have in your hands. Is that something we'd like to share?
Yeah, look, Manny, if you have a look around out in the crowd, there's a lot of people wearing these shirts. And what they are, if I'll hold it up here, you may be able to read it. It's Ocean Prevention Reunion. What all that's about, unfortunately, we've heard the dramatic shark attacks that have been occurring in Reunion Island recently. We had the unfortunate death of a local bodyboarding hero only 2 weeks ago, And as recently as 2 days prior, there was another kayaker attacked by a shark. And so Amaury Laverne's actually on the panel locally. And what this federation they put together is, it's about to improve the knowledge and understanding of sharks. And so the community is really split here at the moment about what do they do about this shark problem. The problem they think at the moment, well, which is being suggested is, and speaking to the local who would know is Amaury Laverne, he's saying that because it's all pristine area and it's all protected, the sharks become very comfortable and become very close. So there's no spearing allowed, there's no activity, and there's all these nature areas. So the sharks have really made themselves at home, and I guess that's upset the balance a little bit. Obviously, it's their environment, Manny, and we've got to respect that at all times. But as you see, around the world, you've got experts nearby in South Africa and Australia, and what this federation is doing, they're inviting the experts, the shark experts around the world, to come and consult on what they can do to address this issue. But look, it's a very sensitive issue. But the pleasing thing is that there's action going down. There's people who are actually
doing something.
Expert advice in and making sure that the best solution's found, and that's all you can ask, Manny. And so hats off to the federation and the people of Reunion, and it's great to see, it all going down. But look, we have on the right, Jake Stone's picked up a ride, Manny.
All right, Jake Stone trying to piece something together, and the right itself looked good, but there was nothing there for him to do, so he kicked out, makes his way back out to the lineup. 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Alex Uranga couldn't pull off, an amazing win here at the IBA Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro.
Yeah, look, Manny, 8 minutes to go, and you've got all of Australia barracking for Jake Stone to see if he can pull out a 5.41. That's all he needs. Very obtainable. Just had a shout out by Eppo, the legend himself, and the mentor of Jake Stone.
Yeah, Eppo.
From the sunny coast, he's going to shout out, go Jakey, and he needs, well, he doesn't need, he just wants, all of Australia, he wants Jake Stone to get that 5.41. But, shout out to Eppo. It's a true legend of the sport.
Yes.
We're up and riding. We've got Jake. He heard the shout out.
All right, let's see if Jake Stone can do, whatever he needs to do for that 5.4 wave. And no, he does not get, he didn't even do one maneuver on that wave. I think the conditions are playing a major part right now in the last few minutes of the final. Yeah, for sure, man. He said it's really challenging. So these guys have been surfing all morning in consistent conditions, offshore groomed waves, where it's become a lot more predictable on where the section's going to be and when they can hit it. And once this wind comes with a little bit of it's side shore, but it's the onshore aspect to it, this makes it so much more difficult to get the timing down and to find those sections. So at the moment, the European rider Alex Uranga from the Basque Country, he's made the best of the conditions. He's got a 4.6 on the board and a 7.65, so a combined score of 12.25. Jake Stone, he's been able to lock in a 6.85, but his second scoring wave's yet to really, deliver what's required. He's got a 3.3 as his second scoring wave. He needs to better that with a 5.41 or better. That's enough to win this tournament. So it's still very open, 6.5 minutes, and Alex Uranga is holding down priority at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see, and even just the priority aspect, how that goes down, Manny. But look, a couple of sets coming in, but while we've got a little lull in the action, Jake, so we don't have a lull. We have Jake Stone up and riding. All right, Jake Stone, a little bumpy wave on the bottom turn, but that's all right. He comes around the section, holds his speed, and a big backflip right there and pulls it off. Wow. Jake Stone was looking for a 5.41 wave, and you know what? That is going to be way beyond that. Big backflip from Jake Stone. Wait a second, not done yet. Alex Uranga cranking a big inverted aerial attack on the inside right in front of Jake Stone, so it's going to be very interesting to see how the scores from those two waves will affect the standing right now in the water. Let's take another look. Here's Jake Stone's first wave. As said, he's trimming across again. He found that section, big backflip, legs across. The style was excellent. He whipped it round, and look, we just spoke about how difficult that is. We'll wait for that score to drop, but once again, as we're seeing throughout this heat, straight away Alex Uranga returns fire. He whipped into this one, and he got up in one of these trademark airs, and so it's going to be fascinating to see what the judges do here. Again, the judges need to adjust their scoring because the conditions have changed. The Jake Stone, we've just heard the score drop 8.0 for Jake Stone's last wave. He needed only a
a 5.61, so he rockets into first place. Alex Uranga, he has just dropped a 6.55 for that last wave, but they're up on the screen. But all of a sudden, 5 minutes remaining, we have Jake Stone in the lead, the Australian from the sunny coast. He's nailed an 8.0. You saw the Aussies in the crowd erupt. Alex Uranga now needs a 7.21 to take this event out. And look, 5 minutes to go. We just saw a bit of action in the water. Jake Stone's got priority. 4 minutes 40. Wow, Manny, it's going to be an exciting finish.
And it came down to the last 5 minutes of this 30-minute final to make some excitement come about. I mean, everything was pretty mellow up until this point. Now, Jake Stone in a commanding lead. Alex Uranga, we've seen him do it throughout the entire event. In fact, his last heat, he didn't have any scores less than 7.0. So for him to get a 7.21 in the final, totally doable. 4 minutes to go. But the question is, can he do it?
Well, I said, Manny, we've got the wind picking up, so conditions are deteriorating. But as recently as 2 minutes ago, we just saw 8-point rides being dropped. So in that 4 minutes, I'd expect we're going to have another set come through. Jake Stone's sitting on priority, so the pressure's on. Alex Uranga, he's responded to all the challenges thrown at him during this competition. Benny player, he's giving himself a bit of a rub down. He's really excited. Again, these boys, they're patriotic. The Aussies, they're stoked. You've got Michael Noby there as well. But you've also got just as many Europeans and the very proud people from the Basque country. They'll be watching, just hoping this last 3.5 minutes, Alex Uranga can pull a 7.21. Very achievable, but interestingly, Jake Stone's holding down priority. So let's just watch how he uses that. And oh, Manny, it's still anyone's, but Jake must be feeling a little bit more optimistic at this point.
I'm looking out. Oh, here we go. Action. Alex Uranga, what's he going to do?
Oh!
Oh, my. The crowd absolutely goes insane. On the water's edge, you can hear it through our little microphones. I can see it through our little peephole here in the cabin. But it was amazing. Alex Uranga needed a 7.21, and guess what? It could be done.
Look at that. You can see the section on this wave, timing perfectly. Gets up in a big ARS, whips it around cleanly. Well, the judges have got a decision on their hands now, Manny. 7.21 is the score that is required. The judges don't know that. So, importantly, they don't know what is required. All they do, they call it as they see it. And look, the pressure's on these guys. That's what they do. Manny, the score has dropped 7.6.
Oh, doctor!
Oh, my God. We all of a sudden, 2 minutes remaining. Alex Uranga has stolen back the lead from the Australian Jake Stone. Now Jake Stone needs a 7.25 in the last 2 minutes of competition. He has priority, but Alex Uranga snuck that wave under his priority. And I cannot believe this, Manny. Less than 2 minutes to go. The story of the event, Alex Uranga, I cannot believe it.
I don't think we've had any winner on the entire IBA tour come from the trials and claim a win, and this could possibly happen today here at the IBA Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro, brought to you by Continental. It's all going down right now with about a minute and a half. Can Alex hold off Jake Stone, or is Jake Stone going to get delivered a wave where he can do a 7.25 wave or better?
Oh, you can see he's feeling the pressure out there. Great angle by Seamus in the water. He's been delivering all day, but look at Jake. He's praying for a wave. He knows. A minute and 15 seconds remaining. He has priority. He just needs the wave. He needs to deliver a 7.25 on that wave.
1 minute, 1 minute remaining. Jake Stone, is he going to pull it off? 7.25 is what he's after.
I think, look, we all know he can do it, but it's just will Mother Nature deliver. The winds came in. Look, Benny play, he's even chewing his nails there. The Aussies, and you've got Mark McCarthy in there. He's watching. He's in the world title race. He's still, around top 5 in the world. So, but I think he'd just be enjoying this moment. And the wind's whipping in. There is 40 seconds to go, Manny. Jake Stone needs a 7.25. He has priority. There's some waves in there. He's up and riding, Manny.
All right, Jake Stone looking for that 7.25 wave. Is that going to happen right here? Winding down the heat. It's following. It's fizzling. It's dissolving in front of him. Is it over for Jake Stone coming to the inside section? Oh, no.
Manny,
he put his head down. He knows that was probably the end of the road on the hunt for a win here at the IBA Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro. And Alex Uranga may have just upset the entire field of professional bodyboarders in the world. Alex Uranga from the trials, from the Basque Country. It is Alex Uranga who has taken the IBA Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro, brought to you by Continental.
Oh, amazing scenes, man. Listen to that crowd.
Goosebumps.
I have goosebumps, man. You called it the last day of competition. You said he's your new favourite rider, and look, you've got to respect the guy. It said all the way from the trials. As you said, it has not been done before. This new leaderboard system. He's straight on the jet ski to get in here. We'll hear the words, but it's just such an amazing performance. Let's quickly step through again what happened. He showed up at the event with a sling on his arm with a broken collarbone. He defied the pain. He got out there, blazed the leaderboard system, blazed the trials. Then he got into the leaderboard system, took out a Maury Laverne in the first round of the leaderboard. In doing that, he kissed the reef. He lacerated his face. It was disgusting. I did not think he could get back out in the water. He's just a super brave guy. He got straight back out there, finished the leaderboard, and then he came back today. Talk us through some of his scalps today, Manny.
Oh, my. I mean, he had to face off with Guilherme Tamega in round number 4, and he took charge and advanced on to the quarterfinals where he met up with Michael Novi. That was intense. Novi was on true form, but Alex Uranga came out firing, and it was in the semifinal number 2, where he pretty much met the match. He knew he had to get past one more person, that person, Dave Winchester, and he did it. He won and ended up in the final where he faced off with Jake Stone. Jake Stone put up a good fight, but in the end, it is from the Basque Country in Spain, Alex Uranga, your winner here at the IBA Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro, brought to you by Continental.
Yeah, look, as he jumps off the jet ski there, and we will get him straight up to the interview area where we can see we'll see the presentation go down. But look, 15.25 was the combined score, the 14.85 for Jake Stone. So Alex Uranga, a 7.65 and a 7.6 in the final. Jake Stone had an 8.0 ride. His backup score of a 6.85 normally would be enough to get you through. Now, people have won competitions with a lot lower scores than a 14.85, but now it's all about the man of the moment who took out this event as the crowd gathers to cheer him up the beach. And he said he really has been adopted by this local crowd for his amazing antics, his bravery throughout this event. And look, that part of the French territory, he's a European. Look, he's a brother. They've adopted him.
Yes, and he had the full support. Every wave where he did a big maneuver, the crowd absolutely went berserko and was cheering, yelling, supporting, showing their support for the lone European, Alex Uranga. Again, coming all the way from the trials to win an event, it is possible, and this is proof.
Oh, no, most definitely. And it's such an amazing event, Manny. We're starting to come into the presentation area now. But we're going to show some replays firstly of the final. I said we saw some amazing surfing. The wind came up, but there was some great surfing. This was Alex Uranga's first wave.
Yeah, this was Alex Uranga knew what was at hand, so he did everything he could to find the waves that will let him perform maneuvers like this. I think it was his big, huge backflip at the beginning of the heat where he said, okay, now it's on.
It was on, and I think what we saw here was fascinating to watch. Every time there was a wave, it was answered straight away. And here's Jake Stone's big ARS, 6.85 for this wave. And look, he surfed amazingly well in the final. And look, he would have been happy. And later on in the heat, he got an 8, and he was in a commanding position. But look, bad luck. But he was a 7.6 by, I believe, Alex Uranga. He had big roll, spun, and then he rode it through. But look. I'm not sure if that was his 7. That might have been his 6.55. But without a doubt, this was Jake Stone's big scoring wave. He came through. He got straight up there. This is his 8-point ride, Manny. And watch this big flip, perfect execution, whipped around. And that was the highest scoring wave of the heat, 8.0. And look,
I thought he had it. At that point, I thought he had it. But then we came back with Alex Uranga said, no, I'm not going down like that. So he comes back firing with some big moves. This is one of his textbook aerial inverts that he's been doing throughout the entire contest. Alex Uranga, here it is. This is the one that pretty much sealed the coffin.
big ARS and just perfect timing. He saw that bowling section come up. I'm sure Alex Uranga's eyes would have lit up when he saw that coming. He knew what he needed. He needed a big score to jump back into first place. He needed the score, and he delivered it. He got a 7.6, and look, that is what decided the event, and it's just amazing. You see, getting ready for the presentation there, and we've got some, some of the beautiful local women. We've got Amori Laverne. They're all there, and
Terry McKenna.
Terry McKenna. Look, he's weighing down, but Amori Laverne, he's got the champagne ready. It's ready to pop, and I think it'll be a big night in St. Pierre in Reunion Island tonight, Manny.
Yes, it was a big night the other night for the ceremony for the drop near. Some crazy action, actually some bodyboarding crowd surfing going on in the middle of the bar. I don't know who it was, but he jumped off the second story on a bodyboard to the crowd, and it was amazing. So what's going to happen tonight, I have no idea. I'm kind of scared, actually, because it's going to be a truly fun, amazing ceremony and night tonight. Again, welcome, everybody. We're winding down the competition here at the IBA Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro, brought to you by Continental. Manny Vargas with Greg Taylor winding down. We're coming up to the ceremony to give Alex Uranga that first place trophy ceremony. It's not done yet. Hang in there.
Oh, for sure, Manny. Look, there's Jake Stone wandering up to the presentation area. Look, congratulations to Jake. Amazing performance. It was his first ever Grand Slam final. He surfed amazingly to get through, and surfed amazingly in the final as well. So he did himself, his supporters, everyone proud. But look at this, Alex Uranga, he's put on the traditional hat. He's doing very well. He bows to the crowd, and look how stoked he is. He's very deserved, and he's throwing it out there to the crowd, and deservedly so. He's amazing scenes, and we're going to throw to Terry.
Okay, thank you very much to those people watching the webcast. Thank you very much to the people of St. Pierre. It's been an amazing week in an amazing part of the world. Okay, first up, let's talk to our runner-up, Jake Stone. Congratulations, second place, mate. It's always a bit disappointing, but you've got to be happy. What a competitor this guy is.
Yeah, he's amazing. I mean, he's full underdog of the competition, and yeah, man, he's going to be one to beat, and yeah, it's a pleasure to surf with him.
What are your thoughts on Reunion Island? Do you love this place or what?
Oh yeah, this place is amazing. Water, the atmosphere, and thanks to all the locals for coming down and supporting us all, and yeah, it's been a sick day.
All right, put your hands together for Jake Stone, everyone, from Australia. Second position, Alex Uranga. We must wait firstly because we have, of course, Madame Sigusson from the St. Pierre Council that would like to say a couple of words shortly. So we'll just pass it on to her. Thank you.
Bonjour à tous. En tout cas, la ville de Saint-Pierre a été très heureuse d'accueillir cette grande compétition Nissan Bodyboard à Saint-Pierre. Ça a été une réussite. Merci à tous les participants. Merci aux participants réunionnais. C'est un sacré hommage que vous avez fait à Mathieu Schiller dans la réussite de cette compétition à Saint-Pierre. Un grand merci aussi à Maury Avergne, qui a été notre grand bodyboarder réunionnais, grand champion, qui nous a fait aux côtés de la Ligue de surf honneur et qui a représenté le monde du bodyboard réunionnais. Et vraiment, c'est un grand plaisir, avec grand plaisir, qu'on a notre vainqueur de la compétition, Alex. À vous tous, vous avez passé un message puissant pour l'île de la Réunion avec la réussite de cette compétition. Au nom de notre sénateur-maire Michel Fontaine, merci à tous, merci pour la Réunion et merci pour Saint-Pierre. Et un grand coup de chapeau à Monsieur Boulanger, président de la Ligue de surf, qui, aux côtés de la région, a relevé le défi et a réussi cette grande manifestation à Saint-Pierre de la Réunion.
Ouais, bonjour à tous. Bon, je vais traduire vite fait en anglais ce qu'elle a dit, résumer vite fait pour les gens anglophones qui sont dans le coin. So the city of Saint-Pierre was really happy to have this contest here. It was really hard for the at the beginning with all the shark stories and everything, but it was a big challenge for us to make this contest happening with the federation here and the city of Saint-Pierre and the government from Marine Island, and we are so happy that this contest been like well all the way. We had some fun ways, we had some good show. The IBA is really happy, all the professionals here are really happy to be there for this contest, and she would like to congratulate Alex for his performance because he had a long way to his victory. Et moi personnellement, je voudrais vraiment le féliciter parce que donc lui, il n'était pas sur le tour principal, il arrive des qualifications. Alors, il y a quelques semaines, il a gagné une compétition en Espagne à Ferrol, donc il était vraiment bien lancé. Juste avant d'arriver ici, il s'est démis la clavicule sur ses spots dans le Pays Basque espagnol. Il s'est démis la clavicule, il est arrivé ici quand même, il est venu, il s'est rendu compte qu'il y avait des points à prendre ici et c'était une bonne opportunité pour lui de découvrir la Réunion. Dans sa deuxième série, il a tapé le visage sur le récif ici, il s'est ouvert du front jusqu'au menton. Donc voilà, et les jours qu'on suivi après, il a eu des grosses douleurs aux jambes parce qu'avec sa clavicule, il pouvait pas ramer avec les bras, il était obligé de ramer qu'avec ses jambes. Donc voilà, c'est vraiment, nous on l'a surnommé Ken le survivant. Et voilà, il revient de loin, aujourd'hui il est là, je suis super content pour lui qu'il gagne la compète, c'était sa première fois à La Réunion, il est là avec son frère et voilà, et c'est un gars qui le mérite vraiment, et donc voilà, on peut l'applaudir encore une fois.
Okay, thank you very much. And it's time now, of course, to talk with the winner of this amazing competition, the man himself from the Basque Country, Alex Uranga. How do you feel?
I'm so happy. I'm the winner. Just this. I win trials. I win this contest. It's a really long way. It's not really easy for me to stay there. The other guys is more easy. I make it and I'm so happy. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, Reunion. Thank you. Yes! Yes! Apa Manu! Yes!
Okay, so Eskergasko from the people of the Basque Country to Alex Uranga. And Madame Chismont, if you can get the trophy, we'll make the presentation of the trophy now for the, this was of course the IBA Reunion Bodyboard Pro. It was been an incredible week, of course, and have a look at that trophy. And we're going to make this presentation right now to Alex Uranga. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Alex, can you hold the trophy nice and high? Okay, there's the presentation. And that is our champion, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Alex Uranga from the Basque Country. Unbelievable. Okay, well, I think for our webcast viewers, that's about it, folks. Whoa, there goes the champagne. The champagne is popping, and I think we're going to Puerto Rico next. Natasha and all the gang in Puerto Rico, we can't wait to see you. And that's it from Reunion Island. Manny Vargas, back to you. Pow!
All right, unbelievable action that went down the entire event. Manny V with Greg Taylor. Another solid event went down in the history books for the 2011 IBA World Tour. And here, the Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro didn't let us down at all.
Oh, Manny, not at all. For me, one of the best events of the tour, especially earlier on today. Some amazing surfing. I keep going back to a couple of those heats with Dave Winchester and Johan Florentine, but Alex Uranga, what a story, all the way from the trials, never been done before. Not only that, the adversity he faced all the way through the competition, like the people of the Basque Country, it'll be a big party there tonight, and look, hats off and respect to Alex for an amazing performance. Hats off and respect to the local federation and the local officials for putting on such an amazing event, and hats off to the IBA crew and the production team for putting this production together. And we'd like to thank all the followers out there, the supporters. We're really appreciating the support. Keep doing what we're doing because we've got an amazing sport here, and it's just it's only in the early stages. We've got big things planned, and with your support, we can do wonders, and let's just keep together and keep the positive attitude going.
You're going to make me cry, dude.
Yeah.
All right, check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, Manny V with Greg Taylor. I'm going to go chill out, play some YouTube battle on Facebook. So if you want to do challenge, do it. And that's it. We will see you in Puerto Rico. We are out of here from the Nissan Reunion Island Bodyboard Pro. Allons-y!
Au revoir.